Hey, Jackie, thanks so much for jumping in nice and on time. Really appreciate that. We'll just wait for everyone else to jump in and then we'll get started if that's all right.
Sounds good. Thanks, Kate. Hi, everyone.
Hi. Are you at home today, Jackie?
Beg your pardon?
Are you at home today?
No, I'm on my lunch break at my usual work, so I'm not really here, am I?
I appreciate you. I really appreciate jumping in and juggling work and everything. That's great.
No probs.
But now I'm in a customer care role.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we love that.
It's fantastic.
Now volunteer coming through the pipeline. That's so nice.
Yeah, I want this volunteering, so I thought like a little kind of one-off, like a one-off,
Yeah.
like less regular.
Yes.
I think would be good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And you volunteered at the last minute as well.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought I saw your message.
Yeah. You know, we love it. Thanks so much. Fabulous. Thanks so much, guys, for jumping online. We're just going to wait a couple of minutes because it's only just struck 12. So we'll just let a few more people pile in before we get started for today. But thank you, everyone, for being so punctual. We really appreciate it.
I was just going to say the last meeting that we were in here
Yes.
with the customer care team, they zoomed in really far. When I logged in, it was like literally 5 minutes. So I can imagine that everyone since then has been experiencing that.
Super zoomed in. It's hilarious. How did you zoom it out?
There's a lot of issues.
Yeah. Good one. Well done.
I was trying to say the office, like when they see when people say it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Thank God that setting is not turned on here.
Yeah. Just a couple more minutes. I really appreciate everyone's questions. We are recording the session as well, so if anyone does have to jump out early or quickly, please don't worry too much. We'll shoot around the recording to everyone as well, so that everyone can see it and look back and double check that your questions are answered. But we really appreciate everyone jumping in on their work day, on their Monday. Really do appreciate it. What do you think, Nadine? Do you reckon more people are going to jump in, or do you want to get started? What do you think?
I got a lot of responses from people saying they would be jumping in online.
Yeah.
So I definitely expect a few more.
Cool. We'll hold off just a little bit longer.
I'm sure there's not more there and you just can't see them. Are you
No,
logged in?
I'm logged in as well, and it's
It's
just
definitely not others.
Yeah.
But I know sometimes when you have the presentation, it's hard to see what's there.
I think that this will be a bit of a quick one as well. I think that we've booked out 45 minutes, but I don't expect it to go for that long. But if we do want to ask lots of questions and have lots of really robust conversation, we certainly can. But I certainly won't be presenting for a whole 45 minutes. So hopefully we can wrap up a little bit quickly and give everyone a bit of time in your day. But we are here for as long as you need us to answer any questions and stuff at the end of the presentation too. Cool. All right, 12:03. We might actually get started. So, events. So you guys have jumped on board as our wonderful event activation volunteers. We are just so eternally grateful to you guys. To give a little bit of context about this as well, we are the events and community fundraising team, myself and Tess, and one of the big pillars of our community and events fundraising in the past was our wonderful Million Paws Walk, which was a really big, stable, huge event that took up a lot of our resourcing and time throughout the year for this big wonderful event. That event's now come to an end this year, which means that we have a lot more time in our calendar to be doing different types of fundraising and different types of events. And those smaller events require a wonderful team of volleys that we can activate and turn on and pull in when we need to at different times throughout the year. So that's why this particular group has come together and why we've had this role come up, because we're going to have more small to medium sized events more frequently throughout the year instead of one giant event being the Pause Walk. So just to talk through who we are, I'm Kate. I'm the events manager here at RSPCA Vic. I've been here for a few years this time around. I was here for a couple of years before COVID in Tessa's fabulous role. And then I've come back after COVID in the manager role. And wonderful Tess is here too.
Yes, I have been in this role for about 3 years now. And then my whole tenure, sadly, is about 9 years, I think. Not sadly, but I've been jumping around all over the place. So, together I think we're a bit of a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, that's right. We have a little bit of knowledge and experience of RSPCA. Tess has wonderful experience about lots of different facets of RSPCA. And I've certainly seen the events and community fundraising portfolio over a number of years as well. So between the two of us, we sort of have it under control. Sort of. But this is us. I just wanted to pop our faces on here. We are on level 2 at Burwood East. If you guys ever have any questions, if you have any thought bubbles, if there's anything that you want to go through, please feel free to either send us an email or come upstairs and have a chat with us. We are in the office 3 days a week, so Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. So we'd be more than happy to chat with you. But just so you've got some familiar faces, this is us. So I wanted to talk through the work, so what it is that our team does and how you guys sort of fit. So under events and community fundraising, it's a bit of a bizarre title, weird title that can be a bit difficult to explain and understand. But we've got 3 sort of pillars here. So the first pillar is what we call peer-to-peer fundraising. So that is where one person will sign up for a fundraising event and they will go to their peers, their friends and family, and collect donations for the organisation. So things like Cupcake Day, when people sign up to host a Cupcake Day, and they'll collect donations from their network. That falls under our remit. Million Pause Walk is one that falls under our remit, and a new one that we've got coming, Jump with Pause, which is hopefully launching today. That's another peer-to-peer fundraising event. So I say it very genuinely, we have the best job here at RSPCA because we do the funnest events. We get to be out in front of people and our wonderful supporters. And also the people that sign up for our events love RSPCA so much and love the work that we do so much that they will go and advocate to their networks and say, hey, you should give me your hard-earned dollars because these guys are so bloody awesome and we love the work that they do. So it's a really wonderful space that we get to work in, and peer-to-peer fundraising is one of those pillars. Another one of those pillars is more traditional community fundraising. So when someone might pass away, people leave a beautiful gift as a lasting legacy to us. They'll give us a donation in memory of someone, or to celebrate someone's wedding or someone's birthday, they'll make a donation to us. Or just really traditional things like when a school will do a casual close day to get a gold coin donation or something like that. Those sort of traditional fundraising things fall under our remit as well. And then the last one here is ticketed events or physical events. So we these ones are wonderful because they're in front of the public and we get to see people face to face. Some of those other ones, those other pillars can be a little bit more distanced. Sometimes we don't get to see people face to face. But physical events are really great because we get to have people in front of us. The only downside with that is that they often come with a higher expense, having to put on those physical events. So whatever we make through ticket sales, we might also have to pay for a venue fee or for catering or those types of things. So we have to be really careful about when we do them. But we've got some really great ones that will come up. So we've got Drag Bingo, which we'll talk about, movie screenings and trivia nights. And this pillar is where the, sorry, that's a terrible picture, but this pillar is where our events activation team will kick in. And that's where we'll get our volleys for the ticketed or physical type events is where we'll get you guys in. So we just wanted to talk through what type of things our events activation volleys are going to be doing. So when we get you guys together. So things like bumping, or bumping is a fancy term for setting up the event. So we might get you guys in to help us physically put out tables, or setting up banners, or putting out signage, or those types of things. So it might be before the event. Checking tickets. So when our participants come in to be a part of the event, it might be physically checking tickets. People often print them out, but you might also be looking at digital tickets, or on spreadsheets and things like that as well. Wayfinding, so we might prompt you to help say, hey, you hear the RSPCA's event? Amazing, keep going down, and then second door on the left, or whatever that type of stuff is. So it might be helping people be directional. Information and questions. So people will often have questions either about RSPCA or about the event. What time does it finish? Where do I go for the bathroom? How do I adopt an animal? You know, I fostered a dog and whatever, I want to know what happened to it, all those types of things. You guys will be a bit of a go-to point for that. You do not have to know the answer to everything. So there will be lots of times that you say, that's a really, all the time, that's a really great question. I'm not too sure. You can jump on our website and have a look, or this person might know, you know, that type of stuff. Seating and instructions. So you might be saying, hi, great, thank you so much for coming. Let me show you to your seat, or I'll show you where your table is, that type of stuff. Taking payments, obviously. So people might be buying tickets at the venue. Or we might be selling merchandise, we might be selling items for fundraising, so those types of things as well. You will be working with EFTPOS machines. I've written online there, but that's a bit deceiving. What I mean is the EFTPOS machine, really. Or cash donations as well, or cash handling too. And then bump out, which is just another word for packing down. So these are some of the tasks that we'll be getting you guys to do. This is not an exhaustive list, but I think it sort of points us in the right direction. And then I've also got a list here of what we are. So what we would love the events activation volleys to embody. This list, we do not all of us have to embody everything on this list. I can be really good at being agile or a clear communicator, but I am a terrible quick decision maker. I traditionally can get hampered and overwhelmed, and I'm not very good at making quick decisions sometimes. So please don't look at this list and think, oh my gosh, I'm not a very good communicator, or I'm not very agile. That is so okay. That's why we all come together and we all collaborate. So some of the things that we really love you guys to be is self-assured. So we will back you in any common sense decision that you need to make. If you need to make a quick call that this area over here is getting too busy, so I'm going to direct people over here, great call. We'll definitely back you in doing that. So we love people to be nice and self-assured, quick decision makers. If you need to make quick decisions, power to you. Good job. That's why I've got Tess sometimes, because she helps me make good decisions. Sometimes we need to be really agile, and we need to pivot if we, especially for physical events, or when we see things play out. Sometimes our best laid plans just aren't the best set up, or it just doesn't quite work, or the weather might be impacting things. So we need to be able to pivot really quickly. Clear communicators. So we'll be doing, like, you guys will be doing lots of talking, I think, with the public and the people that come to our events. So it's really important that we're able to communicate really effectively with people. Also, if there was ever an emergency as well, you guys would be really helpful in being able to direct people and things like that. So having really good communication sort of comes into it. Great collaborators too. So we are absolutely a team. Tess and I are a team, the wider fundraising team. We all come together to help each other. And I think that's how the events activation team will really work well, when we can all come together and work collaboratively. And observers too. So you might see things playing out at an event and think, oh, someone is, you know, Kate and Tess really should be aware of this, or I don't think that this is working very well. I think maybe this would be better. You are absolutely empowered to be able to come and have those conversations with us as well. So we would love you guys to also be observers and our eyes and ears out during the events as well. So the events calendar. So I wanted to sort of go through, I really have a rabbit thing throughout this whole presentation. I didn't do that intentionally. So I wanted to work through sort of what our calendar sort of looks like. In fundraising, we work a lot on the financial year, which is why we're starting in July. So for this year, the physical type events that we've had so far are Run Melbourne that we had. So we physically had a marquee at Run Melbourne. We had, over 700 people running for RSPCA in the Run Melbourne event. So we got to meet a lot of those people on the day. So Run Melbourne was a wonderful physical event. We had Cupcake Day month or Cupcake Day event here at Burwood East. That we had, Tess and I were sort of running, but we would have had volunteers out if we had a wonderful events activation team then. Drag bingo we've got coming up soon. We have a wonderful movie night coming up in December. Jump for Pause event day is going to be in February, so that'll be a physical activation that we're going to do for that as well. And then we're thinking that we'll have another movie night or a trivia night potentially sort of later on in May, halfway through next year. So these are some of the events that we have coming up, or what you can sort of expect the calendar to look like. It's not a super jam-packed thing every single week, but there probably will be things throughout the year, maybe, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 to 10 sort of events throughout the year that we will put a call out and say, hey, who's available and that you guys can jump into. So I did just want to talk through what the process might look like when we have an event. So the first step would be that event goes on Fair Day Impact. Is that what My Impact?
Yeah, My Impact. So they would sign up through a My Impact.
Yes, right, fab. So yes, so the event would go up on My Impact, which is where you guys would be able to sign up for it. We will have a bit of a description about what the event is, what we would need our event activation volleys to do during that event, obviously when and where it is.
Okay. Can I just say that you'll need to send an email out to them, I think, to let them know, because when they sign up, I suppose we could do it as a role profile, I suppose. Yeah, we could do it as a role profile. Yeah, no, sorry, I'm just thinking through because I haven't had a chance to talk this through. But just be aware though that when you sign up for these events, it'll be under departments. Some of you I think are probably more under operations. When you sign into My Impact, you'll see what you get rostered to is under operations, but the events things will be under the category of department. Sorry, Kate.
No, not at all. Does that make sense to everyone? Yeah, cool. We can talk it through if we need to as well. Cool. So the event will be available under the department section of My Impact. We'll have a big description there so you can get a bit of a feel for what the event looks like and what we might be needing, where the event might be held. Some of them are here at Burwood East, but a lot of them are not. So you can have a think about whether that sort of suits you, and then you can apply for that one or sign up to volunteer for that one. We'll then, before the event, probably the week off or the week before the event, we'll be sending out some briefing documentation to you. So everything you need to know about where can I park, what time do I need to get there, a bit more detail about what roles might entail. And who your contacts are as well. So it might be Tess, it might be me, it might be both Tess and I. So we'll be setting out that briefing documentation. And then if it's a bigger event that we really need to be able to talk through and answer lots of questions, we might even do an online briefing, which would be similar to this. We might do it out of hours, so we might do it after work one evening, where we can sort of talk through. We would record that session as well, and then you've got sort of a video package to be able to help you feel really comfortable with it. And then the last step there is just smash the event. So we might do a briefing at the start of your shift. So we would get everyone there 15 minutes before that start time so that we can do a briefing then. We can point out where we go, talk through who's doing what the game plan is, have an awesome time at the event and then packing down. So that's probably what that process looks like, what those steps are. But we will refine it. This is the first time that we've had an awesome events group to be able to call on. So we'll refine the process as we go if we need to. But this is how we're picturing it'll go. So look, that's everything. I just wanted to include a couple of wonderful photos. Million Paws Walk is a wonderful example of when we have awesome volunteers that come in for an event. So they, a lot of our volleys at Million Paws Walk will come and just volunteer at Million Paws Walk for RSPCA. Or some of them obviously are wonderful volunteers that will volunteer throughout the week with RSPCA as well and then come along to Million Paws Walk. There's lots of different things that you can see happening there. We've got right in the middle there, that smaller photo, we've got people doing information, being a bit of an information hub. on the left-hand side there, they're doing registrations. Up the top on the left there, they're doing certificates or writing certificates and handing out some goodies and certificates to people. Top right-hand side there, we've got raffle ticket sellers. That's probably one thing I should have included in our list. We always need raffle ticket sellers. And down the bottom there on the right-hand side too, we've got on the day ticket sales, what's happening there. So you can see an iPad and a possible sheet there too. So that gives us a little bit of a flavour of some of the jobbies that you guys will be doing, but we really just are so grateful and we really appreciate you guys so much for jumping into this. I think it'll be really fun. And I think there'll be some really good stuff throughout the year for you guys to be able to jump into. But yeah, I think that's everything that I sort of wanted to talk through. But I'd love to just open it up to some questions. If anyone does have some questions for us, please sing out. We'd love to hear it. Hey, Melissa.
Hi. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Good, thank you. When is the first event that you predict will happen? Is it the trivia? Sorry, excuse me, the drag bingo?
Yeah, it is. Yes, absolutely spot on. So, just to give a bit of context as well, Tess and I are meeting with the wonderful volunteer team literally after we have this conversation all together. Just to talk through getting, yes, drag bingo will be the first one. So drag bingo is, if anyone, we will go on my impact for you, but if anyone does just want to flag it, it is on the 21st of November, which is a Friday the 21st of November. It's at a location in Northcote, in the inner north. The location, the venue is called, this is deceiving, but the venue is called Welcome to Thornbury, but it is in Northcote. And yeah, so we will be looking for some volunteers for that. The event sort of starts at 6:30, so we probably get volunteers from about 6-ish, and run through to about 9:30 or 10 o'clock. So it is a big chunky of Friday night, so if anyone is available, that's amazing, but we understand if people aren't. And the types of jobs we've been looking for are things like ticket check-in at the start, so ticking off people's registrations, showing them to their tables. Probably on the night tickets as well. We think that there might be some tickets available on the door as well, so being able to take those. General setup of tables, so there's some decorations that we put out on the tables and those types of things. Setup of the room and the space, putting out posters and directional signage for that event. Being able, it's a big venue as well, so having people standing there, we get you in your in these wonderful blue volunteer vests. So being able to say, hey, at the drag bingo, head straight this way. There's some of the jobs that we'd be getting people to do. Have I forgotten anything? No. Raffle tickets, maybe selling raffle tickets. Yes, always bloody selling raffle tickets. Yeah, so that's probably what we think. But Melissa, yeah, drag bingo is probably the first one.
Out of curiosity, how will all the events be advertised and marketed?
For drag bingo.
No, just in general, all the events that you have, how will they be marketed to the public to have,
Yeah,
people come?
yeah. Really good question. To sell tickets, is that what you mean? Yeah. So we've got a wonderful big fundraising team. One of the people that we also have a comms team here at RSPCA too. So they help us pump out promotional stuff. So we have for drag bingo, for example, we have paid social media advertising that people will see and they'll purchase their tickets through that. We can also send emails to our database here at RSPCA. So we've got a database of donors and adopters and clinic attendees and retail purchasers. So we've got a really rich, big database that we have that we call on, and for all of our fundraising campaigns, we'll go out to different pockets of that database to get support. We've got a wonderful newsletter here at RSPCA called the Monthly Meow, which goes out to about 150,000 people. So drag bingo, for example, is in our Monthly Meow. We have a wonderful the Catch Up, which is our brilliant volunteer newsletter as well. So that's often a way that we'll communicate and get tickets for things like that as well. So yeah, there is a process and a system behind how we do promote stuff, and we just work out what type of channels we want to go through. a lot of the time social media advertising and different avenues like that is a big way that we get out there. Yeah.
Okay. I have one more question.
Let's go. I love it.
Yeah. So I currently volunteer at the op shops, but I have a friend who used to volunteer at the store, but no longer. And I was telling her about this opportunity. Can she join and volunteer just for this, or does she need to be a current volunteer somehow?
Yeah, that's a really wonderful question, Melissa. Leave that with me. That's a bit of a unique one because she has been a volunteer at RSPCA. Is that what you said?
Yeah, she has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Leave that with me. I'll have a think about it, Melissa, and I'll get back to you on that one. We did just open it up to RSPCA volunteers just because there will be times where you're asked specific questions about RSPCA, or it's quite helpful to understand RSPCA and our services really well for this role. But she's
very passionate about it, and she raised a lot of money for Cupcake Day as well. So
amazing.
she just
Fabulous.
can't commit to the op shop each week.
Yeah, sure. Leave it with me. I'm going to shoot you an email later on today, and I'll get the details from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do we have any other questions in the room? Any other questions? No, cool. Okay, so I think that's probably everything that we sort of wanted to go through today. If you do think of something after this meeting, you are so welcome to touch base with us. We will send out, just thinking, yeah, we will send out the recording of this after our meeting today, so that you will have our contact details as well. If you can't find either Tessa or I or our email addresses, you can always email events@rspca.vic. That goes to us as well. So we are here in lots of different ways. If you do have any questions, but no, I think that's everything. I really appreciate all your time. We'll be uploading Drag Bingo to my Impact shortly in the next couple of days, so you guys can jump into that when you're ready. But yeah, we can't wait to see you at an event soon. We really, really do appreciate you guys so much. You help make all this stuff really possible for us. We're a small team that achieve a lot throughout the year, so we couldn't do that without our wonderful volunteers, and you guys are helping the animals in our care. So we really are so grateful. But yeah, you can have the rest of your Monday back. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it. Before we head off,
Thank you.
Claire, I saw you unmute. Do you have any questions? Oh, did you have a question?
Sorry?
Did you have any questions? I just saw you unmute there.
That was the same. Thank you. That's okay. So actually, when we go into my impact, so we go into department. So at the moment, like when I go in there, it says start clock. So there will be another section there, will it?
Yeah, you'll be able to sign up to the roster, a bit like other roles where you sign up to a particular shift. So you'll be signing up
under yeah. Sorry, under opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
So
where
there
you'll see it. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
Communication that gets sent out, we'll redirect that to you as well when we send the communication out.
Great. Perfect. Thank you.
Right. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Thanks
Bye,
a lot,
everyone.
guys. Looking
Thanks,
forward
bye.
to it.
Thanks, guys. Bye.